Yeah, nobody said like, dude, you should be bigger than what you normally are. And so we're going with this. Let's see. More shower time. Commander Gary's here. Tyler's here. Gremlin's here. Oliver is here. Good morning to all of you. It's so nice to have you here. This is listen, I'm gonna be honest. When I come in to do these podcasts here, normally I have something to talk about. Like sometimes I find some stuff like 20 minutes before we do it. Because I only need a couple good subjects. Like once I have like a subject, I can riff on it for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes. I have an opinion on almost everything. It's a pretty easy game actually. But this morning, I got nothing. I woke up this morning with a blank slate. I've read all the top news in Reddit, and you know what? There's nothing interesting there. Nothing at all. I'm still a bit sick, but almost not sick anymore and not corona. I'm so glad you caveated that with not corona. I hope you feel better, my dude. Talk about how technology has changed over the years. The problem, though, is in which facet? Because technology has gone in so many different ways. And here's the fun part. A lot of people don't even know all the technology out there. It's not just what's on your store shelf. There's so much. Like commercial technology has gone away. Like, does anybody know what a T1 line is? Does anybody remember T1? You choose. Thank you. We're just gonna riff, and the first 20, 30 minutes is just us talking, just kind of starting the morning off. Yo, hello, Jock. But yeah, commercial technology, residential technology. I mean, if I just talked about the evolution of like console gaming or the evolution of like copper to fiber optics or transatlantic cabling or satellites or even like telescopes. Oh my God, there's so many. The problem is with ADHD that you can't just focus in on one so easily. My arm looks like a tattoo sleeve because of my wrist splint. Look at you, dude. Make sure you get an Ed Hardy sleeve for that too. Like, you're definitely going to want an Ed Hardy sleeve. You know what I mean? Wait, hold on. I should actually ask. Does anybody actually know what I mean? Hold on. Let's see. Let's go to the boards here. Dude, you could get yourself an Ed Hardy sleeve. You would look great. Hold on. Let's see what they have on eBay. Look at this. You can get yourself some really nice sleeves, dude, and just put it right over your cast. You'll be fine. And then make sure everybody signs it too. That's always the big thing. You got to make sure that everybody signs it. Oh, man. Yeah. Harvest is not gone, by the way. I played it last night. If you guys are just tuning in, this is my my twice a week podcast that I do. I do this so I have YouTube content, and it's also something I enjoy doing. How about that? How about that? I want to. Can I show you guys something from the last podcast? Eros, good morning. How are you? Gone temporarily? Yes, temporarily. It'll be back. It'll be back. Bex from GGG actually tweeted about it 6 hours ago, saying they are actually figuring out how to put deterministic crafting into the game. And I'm so glad. I was actually reading all my Path of Exile news when I woke up. Yo, Jock got him. Man, I love having these emotes. By the way, let me just can I take like 30 seconds and just acknowledge yesterday? Yesterday was so ridiculous for the stream. Like, I was just thinking like, hey, we're just going to play marbles for like an hour and then end the stream and move on like we normally do. But I'd like to point out that we almost smashed all records yesterday. Not just for like subs and followers, but concurrent viewers, for the amount of time that we streamed. Like, just yesterday was outrageous. So if you're watching this on YouTube right now, in the future, I need to tell you that sometimes this stream, our stream where we all hang out, we do our thing, gets a little crazy sometimes. And a 1 hour session turns into a 3 hour session, and things just go nuts. It's absolutely beautiful. We earned a third emote on the stream yesterday. Who knows? We might even earn a fourth here eventually. Anyway, super exciting. Oh, and so I got rated yesterday with 29 viewers. It put us up to 40 concurrent viewers at the time, which was pretty cool. I checked this because I like to know how a streamer picks me to raid. So I went back to the dude's channel, followed him, and then I watched the last 2 minutes of his stream where he was choosing who he could go raid. And you know what he said? I was reading his eyes because he wasn't talking to the stream and he wasn't asking them who to raid. He was looking in the list who to raid. He clicked on my name without saying anything, and he said to the stream, "Well, this guy doesn't have follower-only chat. I tell you guys all the time, do not do sub-only anything. Don't do follower anything, because as soon as you become exclusive, people don't want to play with you." That is. So he said, "And I don't know this guy. All right, let's go. Everybody bring the pickles." Dude, the guy, his mascot is a pickle. So anyway, big love to him. I will return that love for sure. That was amazing yesterday. He really he set the tone, and it just went from there. It was a beautiful thing. So I just want to acknowledge him for that. That was really awesome. Let me see. Did I miss anything in the chat here? Yesterday was so good. I agree. Yesterday was absolutely phenomenal. I was on such a high yesterday. So I was telling my daughter this. Can I explain what it feels like to get rated? And then the emotions that you're trying to hold back. So when I see a raid, like a 29 person raid, that's huge. For somebody of my size, that is an enormous raid. But the problem was, and I felt like it was kind of cringy a little bit too. So I was already on my fourth glass of tea. I was pretty much hyped up because I had so much caffeine running through my veins yesterday. And then we were playing marbles, which is my favorite thing to do as of right now, as of this moment. Streaming marbles is easily my top, we need to do this kind of thing. And, it's fine. So I'm already juiced up. I'm having fun. I look like I'm going 100 miles an hour, in my head at least. The raid happens, and then I start thinking, oh my God, am I overacting? Are these guys going to come in here and think that I'm doing this because of them? Are they going to think that this raid just turned me into a very different streamer? And then I realized it's probably just in my head. I was just having a great time. It's how I normally am most of the time. I was grateful for it. But you may cross this bridge one day yourself. I have no idea. But that's what it was like to deal with that. I was already super happy, and then the raid happened, and then I started getting very self-conscious about making sure that I temper my excitement. I'm not afraid to talk about it. It was pretty cool. All those people came in, and then the follows started happening, and the donations were happening on the screen. It was just going down. And I don't know, even after the stream, I was just beaming all night. I was in a great mood. I don't know, but that was very interesting. Yo, last podcast, Grow, what's up, dude? Oliver's here, Jock's here. Who else is here? Listen, if I missed you at all, I'm so sorry. But welcome to the stream. Welcome to the podcast. What if I talk about stream? This is a podcast. Pickle Rick, one of my favorite characters. I would love to dress up as Pickle Rick for my Halloween costume. I don't think that we're going to see a day like yesterday for a while. Can you do a big yeet? how exactly would I do a Big E, Oliver? Can you describe it to me in like 8 words or less? The answer is probably I doubt he can. I doubt he can. No, I'm good, man. Oh, let's see. Soon enough, we will. Listen, I'm just trying to tamper expectations. The reality is, it will probably happen, but it'll happen in time and when it's ready. You know what I mean? So the one thing, here, Oliver, it's not you, dude. It's just I don't dance for people. So when they come in and they're like, "Can you do a dance for us? Can you sing for us, Unjacked?" And I'm like, "Nah, man. There's no thing on the side of me that you put a quarter in. It just is what it is." Sorry, man. It's not you. It's me. It's definitely me. Hey, we talked about on number 9, we talked about, streaming. We talked about like YouTube streaming, a little bit of Twitch streaming. We talked about Facebook gaming for a moment. And there's an interesting post on the top of r/Twitch this morning. I would like to share this with you, if you guys don't mind. We're going to jump around a little bit. Just curious, what's your religion? Hey, Grow, I'm an atheist, dude. I am an atheist. True story. So here, let me bring this up a little bit better. Look at this. Look at this guy right here. All right. I've come to the conclusion that streaming isn't for me. It's finally happening. Realistic expectations are starting to show up. Actually, I'm not trying to make fun of this guy. Like legit, he goes in here to say, like, I know there's been a lot of posts in here about you can do it and keep grinding and everybody can make it to the top of Twitch and, you got this, dog, that kind of stuff. And listen, if Randy Jackson was here for like 90% of Twitch, he'd be like, ugh, that's going to be a no from me, dog. Like, it's cool that everybody's trying, but the reality is there's going to be a lot of us that fail. And I haven't made it either, so I'm not trying to make little of this. But this guy right here, he tried his luck. He built a small community, and then he realized, like, wait, I don't want to lead this community. He's like, I love this community. I'm having a lot of fun. But he was feeling a lot of pressure. A lot of people don't understand that this is hard. That's why we talked about it last time. But I wanted to point this out. I think a little bit of honesty is starting to wash through r/Twitch. Because this is not easy. Yo, shower time, daily bits 15, dude. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. You're too awesome, my dude. Hey, Grow, I'm just curious about you. What's your religion, my dude? Does religion actually influence you guys on who you watch or like listen to? How does religion, like when somebody tells you, here, let's do this live. When you ask that question to somebody, let's flip back here. When you ask somebody like, hey, what religion are you? Here, I'm going to get a little bit bigger on screen. How about right there? Can we do that? And somebody says to you, I'm an atheist. Honestly, what's the first thought in your head? I'm just curious. Like, I mean, you don't have to answer that, but I try to put myself in somebody else's shoes. I'm Christian, but I don't know, and it's a no. Let's see, they're still the same person. Like, honestly, there are people in the world that if you tell them you're an atheist, they're like, ooh, that guy's going to hell. I just want to know and what they think about their religion, and I respect all religions. No, I appreciate that sentiment. I was just curious. Like, I'm not saying that you were trying to like come at me or anything. I'm just curious from your point of view. Like, what does it feel like to hear somebody like myself say that they're an atheist? The world's different. The world is changing big time. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. When I lived in the Philippines, here, hold on. Actually, I want to look this data up. Can we do some searching here? Hold on, while I'm talking. So when I lived in the Philippines, that country is mostly Roman Catholic in the like top part, and at the very bottom part, there's a Muslim population. They've been at war for like the last few years too. It's been pretty bad. Religion. Hold on. Religion. How would I search this? I need a Jamie. Jamie, can you pull that shit up? Let's see. All right, demographics. There we go. No, we're good. We're in. We're in. It was close. It was super close.
Really good at Googling.
Yeah. No, we're good. Ooh, that was close. All right, let me show you. Let me show you this to back up my claim. So, as of October 2015, based on the 2010 census, almost 81% of all Filipinos were Catholic. They have a 5.57 Muslim population and a 10.8 Protestant, which is Christian, a form of Christian. So that was very interesting to me. In other words, I was in an extremely religious country. Notice that there was no mention of atheist in that. Now I'm going to do this search. Because it's actually kind of changed a little bit. So, actually, is that a lot? That's only the reported ones. So it says in 2010, they were able to identify 73,248 Filipinos with no religious affiliation. This is very interesting because I ran into more and more and more atheists when I lived there in 2017. I was actually shocked at how the country is starting to skew. And I just kind of felt like, I feel like religion around the world is slowly eroding. That's probably the best way. All right, let me read chat here. It's still the same person. Thank you. I appreciate you understanding that. I just like to want to know. Let me see. I'm actually fascinated by religion. So this isn't like a defensive posturing or anything. Like, I actually find religion to be very fascinating, especially with the human mind. Like, to me, I feel like religion is one of the very few things that has invaded the human mind for full control and power, like nothing else. The only thing else that would even come remotely close to the power of religion is money, like the actual money. I have little to no sense of morality. Listen, even as an atheist, though, I have like a ton of morality. Like, I would never hurt somebody. I wouldn't screw somebody over. I don't want to steal from somebody. I don't want to murder anybody. Like, I just don't need religion to make me feel like a good person. Because I feel like I do a decent job of that myself. I don't actually need like a threat of future punishment if I'm not good in this life to correct my behavior. I can just be a good person and enjoy my life. I mean, that's just as easy for me, you know what I mean? For me, I'm normal. If you're an atheist, if this is how you type it, that is how you type it. Well, no, wait. Yeah, it's close. It's close. You added a little E in there, but no worries, dude. I don't really like religion because it's often built on control, fear, and othering. Yes. But it's also why I like religion as well. Like, religion is a very double-edged sword. Because some people are just going to be lost and they need something to get them through this life. Some people really are broken inside. And sometimes religion can heal that. And then sometimes it can take it too far. I just wish there was like a healthy balance. Like, I'm fine with people believing in a God or something. If that's what makes them get through these 80 to 100 years that we get, I'm good with that. But when it becomes sycophantic and like just gross, that's when I kind of bounce out. Like, my mother used to force me to go to church from the time she met my stepfather. So it was like I was like 10 to like 16. I think finally at 16 I was able to get out of it. I'd have to go to Sunday school, and she ended up getting thrown out of the church when she divorced my stepfather because they didn't believe in divorce. The pastor actually called her and told her she was no longer welcome in the church because she got divorced. It was nuts. Like, the church I went to was absolutely bananas. I don't know whatever happened to any of those kids that were in my Sunday school or anything like that. Like, I saw one on Facebook the other day. It was one of, like, you know, your recommended friends or whatever. And I still didn't want to actually send him a friend request. And believe it or not, he was one of the only kids in Sunday school that I actually liked. The rest of them, I'm like, what the hell is wrong with these people? Yeah, it was weird. I did not cope with church very well. I was headstrong, like, against it. I've been against it my whole life. Is atheist for whatever it was, like, that you don't believe in any religion? Yeah, I don't believe that there is an afterlife. Like, I don't believe that there's anything more than what we have right now. Like, I am a firm believer that we are lucky enough to be here in this moment, in this time, on this planet, in this solar system, in this galaxy. Like, the fact that we are here having a conversation is amazing to me. So, yeah, I don't believe in anything. Like, and listen, don't get me wrong. Do you know how awesome that would be? To if I died tomorrow and I could go to this mysterious place that was amazing and just live eternally there? Oh my God, sign me up. Yes, I want that. I want that so bad. Like, I would love to just do this forever. Just exist. But I don't think it does. I do not think that we get there. But I do believe in mysticism and witchcraft, kind of. Like good vibes and crystals and that kind of stuff. My auntie does. She's big into that stuff. Like tarot cards. She actually taught me how to read like tarot cards when I was 16. Or I was like 14 maybe. I was in high school, so it was either 14 or 15. I wasn't driving yet, but I was actually... So yeah, anyway, forget that. For me, religion isn't bad or good. It's more of a mystery. It depends on your interest in God and what you think. Like, I don't understand why people would think that there is a God to begin with. I mean, just, other than like using it to explain away, like the misunderstood or the unknown. Like, I find that's when a lot of people invoke like religion. They're like, well, the Big Bang happened. They're like, yeah, but what happened after the Big or before the Big Bang? And they're like, well, we don't know yet. They're like, yeah, probably because God made that. Be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Why can't we just say I don't know? I have no idea. Like, it's okay to say I don't know. Let's see. Look, guys, I'm sorry. I'm slowly getting through the chat here. Welcome to everybody if I've missed you so far. And what you think, but still human knowledge isn't much until now. No one can say for a fact what happens when you die or where you go. I don't know, Gro. I mean, nobody can say that anything happens. Like, there's no proof either way. So until there is some proof, I'm going to discount it. Like, that's the way I look at it. Like, just because it's unknown should not in any way form, like, shape my thought process that there's something divine behind it. It's just okay not to know and assume that there's nothing. I'd rather assume that there's nothing and not waste this life than pretend that there's something and do almost nothing in fear that I would never go on to a place called heaven. Got to go for 5 minutes. All right, dude. I'm not 100% atheist. You can be agnostic. Dude, it's okay. You can believe anything you want. Listen, I'm not here to convince anybody. I am not some kind of like atheist shill or something. I want to support you. If you feel like that's what you want to do, then you do it. I'm not going to take that away from you. You might need it more than I do. How you doing, Jocko? Hey, I'm doing great, Daniel. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Ignore my last message. Had a seizure. No worries. But still, some people use religion the wrong way, such as telling people to follow their religion. Oh, yeah. Yeah, very much so. Killing people for it? Yeah. There's a lot of of awfulness surrounding religion. I mean, you can look at the Crusades. That's a great example of it. Just going around killing people and taking over places that don't agree with you. You're not atheist or religious. Nothing wrong with that. Seriously, that's horrible, unjacked. The most unhappy countries are the ones where you can't divorce. This is true. This is true. Being stuck with somebody forever, like, I don't really believe in marriage. I don't mean like I don't believe in the commitment or anything like that. I don't believe in the religiousness that is behind marriage. Like, just because I can get divorced doesn't mean I want to get divorced. But if I want to break up with the person I'm living, like, what I'm saying is, like, you shouldn't be married because the church told you you are married, and then you get to file your taxes jointly, and somebody gets a say at the end of your life about your health and whether they pull the plug. Like, your partner should be good enough for that. I don't know. I just think it's messed up. I don't think marriage should exist. I don't like it. I mean, if you want it, you can have it. But, like, the thought that that's the way a relationship should end up, I don't know. I don't like it at all. I tried it a few times. I mean, I'm still married. Like, I'm not complaining or anything. I would still be with my wife even if we weren't married. But as an atheist, I don't see my marriage in the light of God or anything else. So it's kind of like weird. So the only point of me being married is the fact that we get financial benefits out of it. That's it. Otherwise, I love the woman regardless. So it doesn't really matter to me. Got him. I mean, I love that little icon. I'm so glad that people can actually use it a little bit more often. Let's see. If it has weed and shrooms, listen. Hey, has anybody seen? Yo, that's what we should look up. The Cannabis Church. Has anybody seen that picture? Oh my God! This right here. This is so amazing. All right, let me show you guys. Have you guys seen this? This is ridiculous. This is the International Church of Cannabis. Look at this artwork. Oh my God, do I want to go? I want to go to this so bad. Can you guys go with me? Can we like rent a bus and drive to the International Church of Cannabis together? Look how beautiful this looks. This is outrageous. There's so much color. I would attend this church. Yes. The answer is yes. Look at that artwork. That is unreal. Hey Gary, can we now make threads on Twitch chat like on Reddit? Yeah, you can make threads. Not crystals like divine. Oh, okay. Let me see. The crystals are pretty. Yeah, crystals are pretty, but they're just minerals. So all right, that makes sense. My parents are the exact opposite. They believe their life on Earth doesn't matter because they're eternal afterlife. And that is so vain to think that you were the organism that was blessed with with eternal life. That is so vain, so egotistical. I don't know. I think anybody that thinks that we deserve eternal life because we happen to exist, it's hard. It's hard to believe that. Life is basically not long. You live for a couple years, basically earning a title, be famous, rich. Yeah, I mean, this is it. You get one shot at this. Don't mess it up. You're not coming back as a goat. You're not coming back as a Chinese man. You're not coming back as like a flower on somebody's lawn. You're not coming back. Like, once I'm done, once you guys read, like, you know, Unjacked passes away at 118 years old, like, you're going to be like, damn. There goes another one. You're right away, but having contributed to humanity makes me happy enough. That right there is probably the key. Yo, Mops is here. What's up, dude? Listen, that right there is the key, what Daniel just said. Having contributed to humanity. I used to say that for years and years. Like, I used to tell people, like, all I want to do is make a contribution to humanity and move along. It's simple. It's all I want to do is I want to move mankind forward at least a step while I'm alive, while I'm a piece of this machinery, this cog that takes us somewhere. And so I always tell people, like, just let's do it. Let's do something. Wow, look at that. He actually scored it. Nice pyramid, by the way. They believe the afterlife is just filled with weed. I'm good with that. Like, we can pretend. As long as we can get together and just smoke it out, like, we're good. Like, me and my home dogs right there. Like, if I could paint the inside of my house, listen, if I could paint the inside of my house like this, I'm telling you right now, it would be painted like this. Oh my God, do I do that? So I have a living room with a vaulted ceiling. Like, it's not like a regular vaulted ceiling. It's kind of like it's kind of like a dome. Not really like a dome. It's like 3 angles kind of thing. Anyway, I could so paint this up there. That is outrageous. If I do that, I'm going to show you guys. I've painted the inside of my house yellow because I love colors so much. I am not beyond this right here. This right here would be some scaffolding and like an easy weekend. I could do this all day long. All day long. Let's go. Oh, man. That's beautiful. We can go there together, all with unjacked merch. Oh, my God. All wearing the avocados as we slide the bus into there. Be like, yo, everybody grab a pew. Let's go. That'd be amazing. Yeah, they're all like, we got to do everything for God and we don't live for other people. Yeah, man, like, don't waste this. Don't sleep on this life. Once you sleep on this life, you're going to be like 80 years old thinking about all the church retreats you went on throughout your life and how you never really like made out with a hot chick or, you know, smoked some weed or climbed Mount Everest or, I don't know, invent something cool. Like, there's so many reasons to live. The thought that you would live for a book is just silly to me. Especially when man wrote it. Literally, a man wrote it. From like 2,000 years ago. It's the biggest heist. Biggest heist I've ever seen. They hijacked billions of people. Also, I've been thinking about this a lot. It's not real, just a funny concept. There's a way to be immortal from the 5-hour energy drink. If you drink a lot of them. Oh! Grow using the big brain right here. Right here. Grow, I like that about you. That's smooth moves right there, man. The 5-hour energy drink for the win. Oof, unjacked. That's very controversial. Oh no, which part? I said so much. Stealing their artwork or that the afterlife isn't real. Humans are very egotistical. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We love feeling good about ourselves. Is this the Speaking Facts podcast? Sorry, my bad. My bad, shower time. I'll back down. No, you know what? This podcast is pretty cool. Every single day, before I do it, and then the morning before, I get super nervous. I don't know why. Like, I get super nervous. I get tied up. I'm pouring my tea, and I'm just thinking to myself, don't mess this up, Unjack. Don't do it. Don't you dare turn on that mic and give them a shit show. Like, we do not want that. And then I turn it on, and we usually have a really good time for an hour and 45 minutes. And then I edit it at night, and then I throw it on YouTube, and then we're good. We do it again. All I need is like 2 or 3 topics, and I just go from there. Seriously, it's so easy. So easy, even a caveman can do it. Let me see. They come up with different... Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah, for sure. People will justify with... Listen, I always tell people, especially if like my friends or family, they're like, oh, nice excuse. Is that your excuse for that? And I'm like, listen, stick around. I got a full book of them. I'll give you excuses for days. God has a plan. Why does he take the ones we love away? That's a very good question, Mr. Bertronics. Like, God bless America, but why would he side with America? Does he like us more than other countries? It's weird. I don't understand why he would just bless one country and not the other. Don't all country lives matter? Oh, man, that's a touchy subject. Let me see. I don't need to be rich and famous. I don't need to be praised. All I want is to have brought humanity just one step closer. Hey, man, that right there is pretty good. Like, that's all I want. I just want people to remember me in a positive way. Like, I realize 3, 4, 5 generations from now will not care anything about me. None of, let's see, Marbles today. Actually, it'll be iconic. Nice to see you, my dude. Today will be Bloons. Tomorrow we're gonna go back to Marbles a little bit. So tomorrow we'll split the stream with Bloons and Marbles. I'm sorry, man. I got to finish a few things in Bloons with the boys today. But if you can't stick around for it, totally understand. Let me see. Yeah, I just want people to remember me for like one generation. Can I just get like a one generation? Like some of these guys are getting like 8 to 10 generations with some of their statues and stuff. And I'm feeling a little jealous. Like all I need is one generation to be like, hey, I knew this guy, and when he was alive, he was a good dude. Yo, Muff, what's up? What's going on? Let's see. What else I miss? I'm not playing Pyramid Patrol during... It's too early. Yes, it's way too early. Way too early for some pyramids. Gotta get me... Listen, shirts are going to be up soon, actually. This is actually one of the things that I plan on doing for next month. So I need to send out for a couple more designs to get inked up. And then I got to order a few more blanks. I'm going to order like a few colors, and I want to order like women's and men's shirts. And then I'll have them up on the store, and we will actually start mailing them out. So that is my plan for next month. The store will be up, just so you guys know. You like that alliteration? Big time. I was like, playing Pyramid Patrol during wait, does Sally sell seashells by the seashore near Sirens? Oh, let me see. So yeah, Marbles tomorrow. Oh, I can't wait to play Marbles. I had so much fun yesterday. Iconic. I just hope you know. And listen, can you tell Ross when you see him that could you tell him thank you for introducing us yesterday? That was awesome. If there are a few billion people on Earth, why should certain people be popular or rich? They just knew that they got lucky. They were right spot, right time, right idea. Like that's going to happen no matter what. That is of our doing. We created money. We created currency, and we allowed for those paths to happen. But that's not like a divine kind of thing, though. He blessed Brazil a lot too. Yeah. Oh, he definitely did. He's blessing all over the place. Things that I wonder a lot. Why are people racist? Honestly, it's usually because they're undereducated and they had a very poor environment to be raised in. Honestly, that's why I think people are racist. Honestly, if you don't have the cognitive ability to think outside of a skin color, I'm not sure what you got to work with to begin with. I'm back. Bloons Day. Yeah, today's going to be Bloons Day, but don't sleep on Marbles because Marbles is still my jam. And I'm not above... Like, I can float between Bloons and Marbles. I think that I have what it takes to float between two categories and just chatting. So make that 3 categories. I think I'm a strong enough streamer for that. Holy shit, that is a really bold statement. I should probably temper what I'm saying here. The reason people are racist because they feel like belonging to a certain group and people with different skin. Oh yeah, well we definitely are very cliquey as a species. We are super cliquey species. Level 26 in BTD, nice, very nice. You're ready for co-op. I like what I'm hearing. We're gonna get you a lot more levels. You remember me as Moon Pie. Are we playing Bloons today? Yes, yeah, we'll be playing Bloons right after this podcast. Not being like Christian guy, even though I'm Christian, but what the Bible says is true, then we're all biologically. Oh, yeah. We're all banging our sisters. I actually had to explain that term to my wife the other night. She's like, "You just gonna say banging? Is that what you're gonna do? Is that how you describe it?" I'm like, "Yeah, like I've been, banging since I was a kid, I guess, right?" I was like, "I don't know, isn't that what boys do to girls? They're just banging them?" And she's like, "Why do you guys say it like that?" I'm like, "I don't know." I'm like, "Are we banging?" She didn't appreciate that humor. I don't know what you guys use for slang for the word sex, but I found that to be a little interesting. Sorry, a little tangent right there. A little tangent. Listen, I support you to be a Christian, man. If you want to follow a book and you want to like lie your moral compass down that line, dude, more power to you. I think it's awesome. Oh, Astro Thoughts. Look at that. Meg's gift is up there. I think we are, if only a tiny bit. There's proof people moved to other continents, mainly from Africa. Oh yeah, absolutely. We can see the pattern of migration, and we understand the ice age and the ice bridges between Asia and North America. We've found evidence already that there's been people here for at least 30,000 years in the North American continent. But yeah, migration patterns are certainly real, and they're talked about in the Bible as well. Like some of those stories are about migration. A lot of people don't understand what the Bible, how it's really written, because it's been over translated. I mean, skin racism, what are the difference between black and white? Let's be honest, they're both humans. Sometimes I wonder about that though. I I know somebody got in trouble for saying something to the line of like, you know, are different races smarter than others? Are they more athletic? But sometimes I wonder, like, are there benefits to being like a different color, or like, do they have like certain immunities? I think that's an interesting topic, and I know it's very taboo to really like dive into, but depending on where you're from and your DNA makeup, and the color of your skin might just be part of that package. But like, I guess I look at the human race a lot like X-Men. There are certain ones of us around the world that have better talents than others. Some can sing, and I guess you could be trained to sing, but some have better muscle development. Some are just naturally more intelligent. I don't know if skin color is an identifier in that or plays any role whatsoever, but I do find it kind of interesting, right? I mean, X-Men kind of explores like certain parts of the population actually having unique like skills and powers. Would skin color at all play? I mean, not the skin color itself, but like when you're sick, you're a little bit more red, and people are like, or like perfect example, like when my wife, when she drinks, she's Asian. A lot of Asians get really red in the face from alcohol, and I'm like, oh wow, her skin color right now is telling me that she's probably pretty hammered. Or, when somebody turns blue, it's because they don't have any oxygen. Well, I'm just wondering, is there any kind of like possibility that your skin color could be like, wow, that person's a little darker? I wonder if there's something there, like, is there a unique talent or feature? I never think of it like in a negative way though. Holy cow. Sorry. I'm going on a lot of tangents and I'm missing a ton of the chat. My bad. I gotta go. All right, dude. Have a good one. Let's see what else I missed. If the story of Adam and Eve is true, this means that the brothers and sisters needed to have sexual intercourse. Yeah, and brothers and sisters still do it to this day as well. There's a lot of people that still think they're Adam and Eve. Yo, what's up, Mac and Cheesy? Nice to see you, my dude. Hope you're doing well. I think that was the Ice Age, like 10,000 years ago. Well, there's been several Ice Ages. They have recognized that the Earth's magnetic shield has in fact flipped back and forth like almost every 10,000 years, which can drive an ice age. And that's why a lot of idiots right now are like, this isn't global warming. This is a magnetic shift in the Earth's crust. And so this is natural. Like, no, dummy, it's not. It's not. Well, there's got to be a reason black men's penises are bigger, right? I don't know. Like, I'm not a biologist, so I mean, I would imagine yes. I would say there are advantages. There has to be some kind of advantages. Why would we all be different colors besides evolution? I don't know the answer to these. But listen, I would be very interested to sit in front of a world renowned biologist like Richard Dawkins or somebody like that, and have them tell me their thoughts, because I'm just a moron that has no degree in any of this stuff, but I like to think about it. I really do. I like to think about a lot of weird stuff that I have no business thinking about. Pros and cons of both, for sure. Like, black people have lower rates of skin cancer, but higher rates of blood pressure, high blood pressure. There you go. Like, it doesn't have to be a negative thing. Like, I don't want to use people's like weaknesses against them. Like, I just think it's kind of cool. Like that we're not all the same. I mean, I don't want negative stuff, but like, it's what makes us unique. Like, I wish I had a friend that was naturally like just pre-positioned to jump higher. I don't know why. Just, it would be pretty cool to be like, yo, this is my friend Joe. He jumps really high. It's mostly because he's brown. That would be a weird statement. Or like, yo, this guy is like a human calculator. Yeah, I don't know. He is Asian. Like, I don't know why that's a bad stereotype. That Asians do math. They just work really freaking hard. And I got to give them to them. I'm dumb. I'm not a human calculator. Like, I'm a human calculator if you take out probably like 75% of the little keys that you press. If you were left with like 4 buttons on a calculator, that would be the equivalent of my math skills. Skin color, not, but maybe genetic patterns. That's a very interesting subject, but we have to make sure we're very careful. Oh no, like listen, the point of any of this would never be to, bring somebody down because of something they can't control, like skin color. Like, we don't get these choices. We don't get to choose who our parents are. We don't get to choose what color we're going to be or how rich we're going to be. Well, maybe how rich you are in some cases. So why would you bring down another human being for that? Like these are just interesting conversations that I'm saying. Like, the one night here, this is an interesting one. Somebody got really raked over the coals. It was a professional, and it was probably like a year or two ago. And he was basically insinuating that that if I'm not mistaken, like, white people were naturally smarter IQ wise than somebody of color. I'm paraphrasing and I'm really guessing here, but it was so bad that this guy was basically canceled. And I don't want to know if one race is smarter than another. Like, I feel like that kind of stuff is what tears down a species, because there's going to be some segment of that species that will use it against the other. Not species, race. And I would never want that. Like, I would never want to find out that somebody else is smarter than me because, of their race or something like that. Like, that's not a positive thing. But it'd be pretty cool if somebody was like, well, I don't know, would it be? Man, this is really taboo. We probably shouldn't talk about that. It's rooted in racism. Let me see. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's not based on academia. No, it was all racism. Like, I am not a fan of racism. Like I said, even like, my wife is from the Philippines. Like, it's amazing to watch other people start being racist towards her and then look to her right and they're like, oh, you know what? Never mind. Just because I'm white and they're white and they wanted to say something funny about maybe, somebody of color, and you just watch them stop in their track and you're like, I see where you're going with that. Nice. Wonder if teacher ever has bonding. I'm 13 and still in school. Okay. And when I say to my friend, he's stupid, as a joke because we had a bond together, I take it so serious. Well, I mean, I think that teacher probably just doesn't understand, like, the connection you have. to realize that it was a joke, that you were just, picking a little bit. I don't know. I can't speak for that teacher and what they were thinking. This is a very philosophical stream. Yeah, man, thanks. I guess that's what we're doing. I guess, do you guys mind? Is this okay? Man, hope I'm not going to be a disappointment. Be like, I don't know, we didn't teach us 4 things this time. Hey, something I do want to do eventually is I want to actually have an interview with another streamer on this podcast. Like I think I want to do that, like having tea with another streamer, and we just put up 2 boxes and me and him or me and her just have a conversation. I want to try that one day. Yo, what was that? Fell in love with my bed. Thank you very much for that follow. I also really love that username. That's so good. That is so good. Welcome. It's quite dumb thing to have. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. I clearly missed this one. Why didn't God plant more than just 2 people on the earth? Why would it be more beneficial? Yeah, I think that story is not true. I don't even were real. Yeah, listen. Don't get stuck on the whole they were brother and sister thing. It's fine. It's fine. There's nothing to see here. If you want to see that, you can go on like Pornhub or something. Gross. I have a friend who is a human calculator, really. Like, I find savants are just next level for me. I really feel like savants are like X-Men. Like the guy that can... Did you guys ever see the guy where... I think he's in the UK. They took him up in a helicopter. He looked at London from an aerial view. He didn't take a picture or anything. They took him back to the studio, and he literally drew it from memory. It's unbelievable. Those guys, we need to learn more about savants, and we need to learn more about the human brain. If we could open up the human brain just a little bit more, our technology would probably double or triple in the amount of time. Like, if we learned how to open up the human brain to like maximum capacity through like nootropics or something like that, I think the world would change significantly, almost immediately. The reason it says so dangerous because you have the overlapping blood. Yeah, it's DNA. If you mix similar DNAs, you usually get some really bad stuff out of it. They did a full documentary. I've watched several. It's also interesting. That's why, like, if you like date and have sex and procreate with like a race completely different. So like mine is of Irish descent, Scottish descent, French descent. So by me having relations with my wife from Polynesian, Chinese, Filipino, that kind of race, like our kids, Channel 4 did a great show on this. And they showed that the diversity of DNA actually led to like certain immunities from like disease and stuff like that. Whereas if they took similar like Nordic parents, both white, not very diverse DNA wise, that they did not see necessarily the benefits. So they were trying to say that children from mixed backgrounds actually had certain biological benefits. I've never actually followed that up to see if that was bogus or not, but I would like to because I thought that was super interesting. You need to have like less than 5% of their blood. I don't know. The reason is, hold on, absolutely we should look into it. Absolutely we should look into it, but make sure racist people don't find out. Yeah, we will make sure that they do not get those invite cards. Like, sir, absolutely not. You are not on the list. I've looked and you are not on the list. Everybody else can come on in though. They're going to mess you up, Carla. How you doing? Yeah, stream was nice. Yeah, I actually enjoyed it. I watched pretty much all of her stream, and it was solid. There's a lot of socio-economic factors that contribute to intelligence. I agree. 100%. Like, if you're poor and you don't have the opportunity to go to college or a trade school or seek additional, like, levels of education, you're not going to go as far as somebody else that, is blessed with a Harvard education, a free ride to the top of government or private industry. Like money and your environment plays a huge role into it. The fact that I've even made it this far, I'm probably so far against the odds that I'm amazed I've even made it this far. But I think for me it was just because I'm kind of like a honey badger in life. I just don't give up. So most race studies are funded by classists and race purists. Is that true? I hope that I haven't been duped. I very well could be. And everything I've just said could be horrible. But if that's the case, it was never intended that way. Just, if anybody's discovering this like 200 years from now, like, I don't know, I think Unjacked was a little bit racist. He might be a misogynist. He's definitely a bigot. For sure a bigot. I'll be like, no, I need to leave like some kind of recording at the end of my life, like completely absolving myself of any responsibility for what I said for the last 100 years. And everybody's like, well, there is that video. He said he was sorry. You just have an absolute shit life and you go through it and everybody's like, oh, that guy's gross. But at the end, you just leave one apology and like, I'm sorry for everything. And if you love Jesus, you'll forgive me too. Bye, guys. Oh, man. How freeing that would be. Right? Is that what Donald Trump's going to do? Right at the end, he's going to put out an apology video on his coronavirus bed. Jesus. He should. He at least owes us that. If he owes us nothing else, he owes us at least that and hopefully a few years in prison. But we'll see about that. Let's not get too carried away. I'm stoned. Hey, me too, actually. Yeah, I'm pretty knee deep into the beginning of an edible. I got cotton mouth pretty bad. I don't care. Probably my parents would hate this stream though. Oh yeah, dude. If they came into your room right now and they're like, what is that nonsense? Turn it off. Yeah, dude, you'd be in huge trouble if they found out you were watching me. They'd be like, that godless guy, you don't want that. You don't want that in your life. Turn your computer off, good sir. All right, dudes, I'm out. Hey man, thanks for hopping in and having a chat with me, dude. I appreciate that. Don't consider this as a... Don't worry, dude. Hey, no homo, right? I'm just going with the boys. Drake told me that. So Lil Wayne. No homo. That is a misnomer right there as well. Everybody's so afraid about dabbling into the gay world a little bit. I don't know. I mean, it's not for me necessarily, but is it really that bad? I don't know. I've never lied with a man. Is that how you say it? Laid with a man? I don't know. I don't necessarily intend to either. Just for the record. All right, Daniel, before you start spreading rumors about me, my math teacher is like, if God created the universe with the Big Bang, it's fine. You don't have to argue against it. Oh, man. Hey, Muff. It's after the stream. It's usually about another hour. I saw that. Oh no. Let's see. I heard depression comes from your body being sick because that's how you feel when you're sick. To make sure you don't catch any other diseases while your immune system is busy. And you also have survival instinct. Yeah, I mean, we definitely have a lot of built-in stuff. Yo, Damien, what's up? Bananas are just soft French fries. No way, sir. I am not buying into that hype right there. Hey, welcome today. That's pretty good to have you. How could you say something so controversial? Show him the door. Good morning to everybody. If you guys are just tuning in, good morning. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we do this podcast. And this is a 2-hour, you get to hang out with me. And then I bring down the podcast. We have about a 5-minute intermission. And then I bring up the game. And then we stream a little bit more. So if you guys are new and you're just catching this. And you're like, what in the world? We were just playing marbles. Or we were just playing balloons. It's cool, man. I just make some content for YouTube sometimes. And then we go and play until our butts fall off. I think that's how it works. Use the Choose Your Own Apology Simulation video, right? By Jack Films. Oh, I haven't seen that. But yeah, you should be able to, like, at the end, just, like, apologize to everybody and just call it good. Oh, man. Understands English. It's fine. Hello, everyone. Hi, Steve. It's 5 p.m. for now. Nice, nice. It's 11 a.m. right here. I'm still just enjoying my first glass of tea and hanging out with you guys. I hope you don't mind. Oh, let's see. I guess. I have a feeling your inbox is about to rest in peace. It's so horrible. People liking their own sex. I know. How dare you? Hey, look, as long as you're happy, I don't give a shit. Pan, actually. I like girlish guys and guyish girls. That's interesting. That actually is very interesting. I think nobody has ever said that to me ever. What does that look like? You like butches, but you're into twinks? Is that what you call them? I don't know. Listen, I'm old. I don't know the slang. I'm just shooting from the hip here. So if I'm misusing these words, feel free to teach me. Unjacked. And it turns out your body can actually feel sick from stress. Absolutely. I have actually experienced that. Like, I think my neck problem actually started from immense amounts of stress when I was in South Korea. Like, something triggered my neck issue. It just happened overnight once. And I think when it happened, I was unbelievably stressed. Depression disorder, though, is indirectly linked to stress. Absolutely. I'm a perfect case of that, Daniel. Like, I have felt sick from stress. I have felt sick to my stomach from depression. I have absolutely felt that myself. There's 32 outcomes. I'm going to have to check that out. I got absolute worst one by being a terrible human being. Feels bad, man. I just think God has better things to do than be concerned about us eating pigs. I agree with that. I don't think he cares. I mean, unless everybody's going to heaven, everybody is going to, like all the animals, the ants that you killed yesterday, all that stuff. Like, unless that's the case, I don't really know. I just think, let me see, hold on. He allowed it. It's clearly in the Bible, but being gay, like, how dare you? How dare you? Somebody get my pitchfork, please. Take it from the... Yeah, somebody get it. My brother's out here chilling. My brother came to weed whack my yard. I was like, what is that? Is somebody brushing their teeth in my office? And then I realized, no, it's my brother. He's weed eating. I can't even say the word. He is weed eating the lawn. By the way, I'm drinking plantation mint from Bigelow Tea Farms. It's amazing. I did not realize how much I like mint in my tea. And come to find out, I'm a huge fan. Yes, 10 out of 10, I would drink that again. There's zero doubt about that at all. I just say that to kind of explain what pan is. I like all the peeps. Oh, no, it's all right. It's all right. My youngest daughter, I actually bought her a pansexual t-shirt. She liked it, so I bought it for her. It says kitchen squad on it. And it has a picture of a frying pan. Oh, man. It's a funny one. She wears it all the time. All right, sounds good, Muff. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Let's see. Well, certain animals you shouldn't eat. Yeah, like you shouldn't eat like porcupines. Last night I was watching the Best Food Review Ever show, and they literally ate a porcupine. You probably shouldn't eat a porcupine. You probably shouldn't eat like a pangolin. I don't know. You should probably not eat cats. I seriously doubt you should eat horses. Like, I don't know how we chose the animals that we chose to eat. The chicken, the pig, the cow, the bison, the elk, the deer. Like, I don't know how certain meats are chosen. Maybe it's for, like, what kind of diseases they carry and stuff like that. I don't really know. But I know that I'm not going to eat most of the animals. I'll nail the roof, and then I'll nail your mom. Oh, and then I'll nail your coffin. Oh, got him. Got him. Hey. Oh, man. Well, the people that didn't die off during the testing saw which animals were most healthy and chose them. Easy, right? I mean, it makes sense. Like, I just would love to have been around like the first person that killed a cow and was like, "This is it. This is what we do. Have you guys tasted the steak?" Like, to me, I don't know like how, what, why, or when, or anything like that. I just think it's an interesting thing to learn about. So I might learn it, and then I might share it with you guys. I don't even know. I'd eat the fuck out of a porcupine. Really? You would eat all the animals if they look thick enough? You really? That is a bold move. Like, I don't think I could. They're so cute. So last night I was watching it. It's in the video. The porcupine is in the cage and it's on the back of a scooter, and the guy rides in with it. And I just put myself like, I was so baked anyway. So I put myself like in the shoes of the porcupine. And I was just thinking that if I was in a cage and I was on the back of that scooter, would I know that this was not going to end well? I feel like I could figure it out as a porcupine that it would not like end well at all. I don't know. Do you think animals are very aware? Like, I think some animals are way more aware than others. Do you guys think? Like, when are we going to be able to read an animal's mind? Oh, that's a good question. I know we're working on it with like dolphins and stuff like that. Let's ask Google. Let's see. It looks like no. Descartes writes that although he finds it well established that it cannot be proven that animals have the capacity for thought, it has not thereby been proven that animals do not have the capacity for thought, since the human mind does not reach into their hearts. What in the world is that? That is like romantic. That's an interesting topic as well. I might have to dive into that. Maybe we'll have that conversation one of these days. That's an old article. That's from 2008. Nobody reads 2008 articles, right? That's so weird. Giraffe? Would you really eat a giraffe? They're so cute. Have you not seen Jeffrey the giraffe from Toys R Us? When I was a Toys R Us kid, I just wanted to ride him. I just wanted to pet him. Like, I've had a giraffe kiss me at the zoo. Like, we didn't like make out completely, but I felt like there was a connection, at least on some level. I say there was a hedgehog in our shed in our urban neighborhood. It wasn't blue though. Were you able to catch it? I mean, I know that it wasn't blue, but was it fast at least? That's a thick ass boy. Yeah, that is a thick ass boy. Turkeys are the dumbest animals. Turkeys are not democratic. That's not true. That's not true. I have a gang of turkeys that are in my yard all the time. There's 40 turkeys in my gang, or in the gang here locally, and I don't think they're dumb. I think they're really smart. They actually like to watch Dorian at the door. They'll sweep around the yard, and then they notice at the door that there's a cat, because I always leave the front door open, so it's just a glass screen door. And the turkeys will come up and they'll be like, "What is that?" And they'll start looking at them with their stupid turkey eyes. And then I don't know if they like talk or anything, but it's definitely wild to see. I saw a video of them eating a camel. Oh, yeah, I've seen that. And you were super jealous? I'm a humanist. Humans first. Yeah, but can't they at least be second? Like, can't be the, like, what about bugs? Hey, Eros, would you eat a worm? Would you eat bugs? Would you go to like Thailand and just like eat a bunch of like scorpions and grasshoppers and everything else? I have. That's weird. Now, I'd never eaten a scorpion, but like worms and like regular bugs, I've tried it. Someone hid in a camel carcass hid from a sandstorm. I believe that was Bear Grylls. If I'm not mistaken, that was Bear Grylls, and that's so gross. I don't believe animals are even close to what a human intelligence is. You don't think so? But how do we know? How could you determine that? Like I mean, obviously they're not going to be on our level. Like they don't have the ability to speak or communicate on the same level that we do. But at some level, I bet you they do. Like they say dolphins, octopi are super smart. Um, I don't know. Like I feel like Dorian really gets me. You know, we read together a lot and then we watch birds on TV together. And I feel like he reaches my IQ sometimes. I mean, now those times I'm like really deep into like 5 or 6 bowls, but I mean, I still connect. Oh, let me see. The country unjacked. Oh, Jesus. Jesus, that went south. That went south really bad. Ignore that. Everybody ignore that from the chat. Oh my God. Got him. That's like a huge got him, dude. If there's ever been a got him situation, I think you just got him. Wow. Okay. Average IQ in Turkey is 90. 100 in the Netherlands. Beat that, boys. Hey, when you're slinging facts, man, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. What if they had more of a Darwinism effect where like all the dumb people just died more often, you know, and then that naturally just shaved the bottom of stupidity off and it just actually raised the IQ of the country as a whole. What if that was going on? Could you imagine if they just put dumb people in camps? Wow. I'm sorry. I'm having a lot of thoughts and I'm trying to pick which one's okay to say. Oh, dolphins. Dolphins are super smart. I think beluga whales are as well. Nah, no worms. Come on, not even one worm. What if we drew like a smiley face on it? Would that help you at all? Hey, I'm back. What's up? The man himself's here. What's up, dude? Nice to see you. It's got to be thick. I've seen some pretty thick like bugs before. Like if you saw like a giant water beetle or something like that, that's pretty thick. They have an IQ of 170, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even know how I'm hoping that you're mistaken because if human beings are 100 or like 120 at most, then that would mean dolphins and not apes are our biggest threat. How come they didn't make a movie of like Planet of the Dolphins? Like if their IQ is that high, they wouldn't have done Planets of the Apes, like Planet of the Apes. That would have been dumb. It should have just been Waterworld with Kevin Costner and Planet of the Dolphins. Him just stuck on the rock and they're all like, one day we're going to get you. That'd be an awful movie. Oh, man. Like meaty looking? Okay. Like a lion. Lions are pretty meaty. Because if they were an intelligent, they would be the dominant species. That's true. That is actually true. They do not have. Oh yeah. To have like the thumbs and everything, like you need that. Like you can't. What are you supposed to do with no thumbs? Stupid dolphins. They just use what they have to survive. Yeah, and I think they do a pretty good job. There was a disease in New Guinea where due to cannibalism. Oh yeah. That's also mad cow disease. Yeah, you can like there's flesh eating or brain eating bacteria that you can get from eating another human being. Human beings are gross. Like we are full of parasites. I think a lot of people don't understand that. Actually, that's probably a good thing. Humans are filled with parasites. Let's see. Parasites in your body could be protecting you from disease. That's like in your gut. You know, they're always talking about your gut biome and stuff like that because there's good bacteria and there's bad bacteria, but we are full of bacteria. So you should never eat another human being. Like even if like you skip breakfast and like your stomach is really growling for lunch, like you should never eat another human being. We're not good for you. Hold on, let me just catch up here. I just do. Let me see. I was not planning on Daniel. Yeah, good call. Good call. I said earlier that one day, I think humans will wipe themselves out of their we known as the apocalypse, and then the will be the next intelligent life form to be dominant because is the closest species next in line. Is that true? Yo, let's pull this up. Let's find out. I think Eros is she lying to us? Hold on, let's figure this out. I've never even heard of this. How do you even say it? Wow, that's very not helpful. The way Wikipedia tells you. Let's look. This is what Eros is talking about. Let's look at these images. These are jellyfish, right? Wait. Is it a jellyfish or is it this guy? No, that's not. It's this guy. It's a jellyfish. Oh no, we're gonna be in trouble. If these guys are the next closest species, we are in serious trouble. If humans are going to stay the way they are now, we will absolutely wipe ourselves out. I agree with that. Like, if we don't get out of our own ways, we're done. We are so screwed. Let's see how long I survive today. Hey man, I hope you survive all day. If you don't, let me know. All right. Should we send them thoughts and prayers, guys? I actually don't know. Math, let us know if you need anything. Yeah, I'd eat a lion? Really? Man, you must be like the easiest like person to take out to dinner. Like, I don't know, what do you want? Like literally anything. Like perfect. I know a spot. Oh, Jesus. Sharks killed by humans yearly. Tens. Oh yeah, that's only for their fins. We all know that. The Chinese can't get enough of those sweet, sweet fins. If you ever need to do it, make sure it's cooked. Yeah, I would make sure everything is cooked. Stay away from the most deadly animals. Yeah, I'm not eating sharks either. From what I hear, they're not even like delicious or anything. The most dangerous animal for humans is humans. Yes, you should never eat another human. Humans are the second most deadly organism alive. I don't know. I'd say the first because we know how to make tools. Don't have brains? Is that true? What do they have? Just like a little bit like a bundle of nerves that just barely make them like float around and stuff. I bet you that's what they are. Look up keywords post-human. Oh God. Okay. All right. Let's do this. I trust her. For some reason, I actually trust her. If this is a Rickroll. Hold on. These are like huge papers. Here, just so you guys can see what I'm looking at. This is like a huge paper. This was the first result. Look at all that art in there. It actually looks pretty good. Oh, let's see. My computer survives. I'm not committing. No, please don't. Please don't. I'm just. It's just a theory, you know. Well, this is an interesting one. I'm gonna go down this rabbit hole probably outside of the stream at night when I'm like super, super baked. And this will be an interesting topic to circle back around. I dig it. I absolutely dig it. The Chinese can't get enough of any meat. Well, there is, in fairness, like 1.4 billion people there or something. 1 billion people. I might be confusing with cephalopods. Yeah, I have trouble saying these words. This is why I'm not in those career fields because I'm too dumb. Oh yeah, so this would be like an octopus. Just here, this is. It would be like these guys. These guys are like very smart, super smart. But you know they can't order at McDonald's, so they're not that smart. They couldn't get a cheeseburger. There you go. Let me see. Are the most deadly? Turns out injecting people with them helps. Interesting. Since they kill off bacteria and leave your own cells alone, and then after they leave the body. That's actually really good. Google both later. Yeah, I certainly will.
They used psilocybin tea to use as therapy in the show I'm watching.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Psilocybin in tea is one of the best ways you can consume it.
But they're using magic mushrooms to like help a patient.
I'm so glad to hear that. Magic mushrooms can absolutely help people. I think more people should get in on that. So anyway, my daughter's watching a documentary and she wanted to tell me that they're using psilocybin as a treatment on a patient on the show. Why is everyone except me stoned? I don't know. That's a really good question to internalize, Daniel, and maybe ask yourself why. Why, good sir? Why don't you fix what your problem is and then come back when you're ready to be part of the team? The fuck? What the? Why? I don't know. I love it though. I love it. I heard this disease called Kuru. If you get them, you get them if you, Papua New Guinea, Africa. Yeah, that stuff is pretty crazy, Muff. I will tell you that the whole cannibalism scene is pretty outrageous just to begin with. I don't like to think about cannibalism that much. Once in a while, if I'm like really like enjoying the shower or something like that, or like I'm really lost in thought, maybe cannibalism shows up once in a blue moon. I don't know. This dude does not even have an English name. I don't care. I appreciate him. He came in to drop off some artwork for me, and that's good enough in my world. That is some beautiful artwork. What if all scientists smoke cannabis? I bet you they all do. They have no, I bet you most of them do, to be honest. If I'm not mistaken, only the south of China is crazy and the north isn't. I do not know the demographics of China. I cannot speak to their craziness, unfortunately. Yes, the cephalopods. Yeah, that's octopus and stuff like that. And like cuttlefish and that kind of stuff. It is super awesome. I have seen a lot of these documentaries on YouTube, and I have to absolutely tell you, they're very interesting. So I can easily tell you, this is a rabbit hole. I'm probably going to be really deep inside. And if bacteria build resistances to, it turns out that they resistance to antibiotic. Yeah, I mean that's why they're talking about like it's not really good that everybody's on like the anti. Oh, I lost it. The biotics, antibiotics. That's why. Jesus, holy cow. I just built a bridge between the two sides of my brain right there. I literally built it live. And this bacteria, let me see. Were you ever into D&D? Lightly as a kid. I was too poor to like actually play it because I couldn't afford the books and stuff like that. So I made my own. It's so embarrassing. I actually made my own D&D game when I was like 8 or 9 years old because I was too poor. I also made my own version of Monopoly because I couldn't buy Monopoly. This is so bad. I don't even know why I'm sharing this with you guys. Because I'm 20 and I can get stoned, as one should. As one absolutely should. Listen, I think the world would be a better place if more people just focused and got stoned. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not even like a controversial opinion. That's like a true story. Yeah, D&D as in like Dungeons and Dragons. That's what I assume. But I do like those kind of games, but I don't know. As an adult, I struggled to play like Magic the Gathering in person. I think I would struggle like doing like a risk night at somebody's like I don't know, like I've moved beyond the whole board games and stuff like that. So I just don't know if I could get into it as an adult. I think I messed my brain up. Because as a kid I was able to do it, but as an adult I struggle. Oh, I didn't know that, he said. Oh, yeah. Do you have chat scrolled up a bit? No. I'm sorry, I'm a slow reader. Plus, I'm digesting what you guys are actually what you guys are actually. Oh, you mean because of the delay of what I'm talking about and the delay to the screen? It's I don't know, like a few seconds or whatever. I'm just reading as fast as I can down and engaging in the conversation. This is the first podcast that I'm actually having tea with you guys, and we're just chatting. We're just actually having a 2 hour sesh. Is this the future of Tea with Unjacked? I kind of think this is how I'm going to run every podcast from now on. I don't think I'm going to stress about what I'm going to talk about. We will talk about whatever we want to talk about. And then I'll deal with like timestamps and everything else later. Why would you eat dog and human meat though? Tastes disgusting, people said. I've never had dog. I came really close to trying it and I didn't want it. I was in Korea and a Korean guy that I worked with, Mr. Pak, one day for lunch said, "Hey guys, I want to take you all out for lunch and introduce you to Korea." And everybody's like, "What are we going to do?" And one guy's like, "He's going to take you out for dog meat." And I heard that and I was like, "Oh man, I got this thing, dog. Like I got to go. I got to go." Everybody else went. They said it was weird. There's a certain episode of program where they taste the meat from the ass cheek instead of taste the yeah. Gross, dude. Heard humans taste like chicken. I don't know, man. I don't want to find out. Think of of a mind flare. The future. Oof, dude. Holy cow. Stranger Things mind flares. If that's the future, I want to know how I become a mind flare because those things are amazing. I love what they're doing. They're putting in work. Who told you that? Report them. Please report. Report of cannibalism on site, please. Maybe on occasion skin flakes, but that's complete. I just eat boogers. That's not humans, right? It's just boogers. Hero's gonna puke. Gross. Oh God. I watched this documentary about the Large Hadron Collider in CERN, Switzerland. I watch pretty much everything about CERN. CERN is so amazing. 17 kilometers of track that go underneath an entire city. It is unbelievable what they're doing over there. If the experiment is successful, you can learn about the theory, but if it goes wrong, the rumor says it's a portal to hell will open. It's actually about dark matter. I don't think that's something we actually fear, though, because you can't create and store dark matter. Up to this point, they have not been successful, and it's not going to turn into a black hole. That would be crazy. But if it does, we'll never know about it because it'll be so instantaneous that it would be like you stepping on an ant. 1 minute you're thinking, the next there's nothing. So there's really no need to worry about it, I guess. Everything's fine here. Don't worry, we're not going to make any black holes. Hey, wait a minute. Shouldn't we have some kind of watchdog on those guys? Make sure they're not just creating black holes over there and selling them to Germany and Russia and, I don't know, India and everybody else? My God, that would be crazy. Cannibalism is not legal. It is killing the person that is illegal. This is... Wait. Oh, God. No, I don't even want to Google that. I actually almost Googled that. I actually don't want to know if there are laws specifically on eating the meat. My God, the FBI will be at my house if I do that. Let's not. You know what? I don't give a crap about cannibalism. Just take that. The weird ass dog animals thingies. Yeah. Yeah. What they called they're called the doglomat. No. It starts with a D. Oh my God, I actually forgot what they're called. You know what? Stranger Things upside down dog name. Oh my, I'm putting yoga positions in here. Kermit, let's see. The dart is hit at a secondary antagonist. Upside down. No, that's not what I'm asking. Hold on here. Buyers. No, that's not. Oh, the Demogorgon. That's what it is. Demogorgon. Jesus, such a hard thing to say. CERN isn't such a success, though. I mean, not yet. We're searching for high level things. We shouldn't expect immediate results. It could take generations for us to see the things that we need to see through CERN. But CERN is just a stepping stone into larger scientific experiments. We need CERN. We need CERN, and we need everything that comes after. Eating burgers is eating humans. Why are we still talking about this? That's so weird. Human body makes them. Let me see. Oh, God. Russia with black hole is not something I want to think about, right? They put a black hole on the missile warhead. Everybody, we need anti-black hole munitions. Oh, my God. To create another Cold War over black holes. That would be crazy. I'm kidding. We would never exist. Even if there was a black hole this big, it would consume probably our entire solar system. Wally, okay. That is weird. Get rid of, yeah. The Demogorgon, yep. They need to get it 150 million degrees Celsius. How is that? I don't even know if that is possible. And if it is possible, it's for like a split second. That's it. You are absolutely right. Hey, man, I just try my best. I don't know if I'm necessarily right, but I'm decent. How about that? Can we like all just agree that I'm like decent? Like, I don't have to be right. Remember when that OK symbol was racist? No, actually, I don't. When was the OK symbol racist? I think I entirely missed that new pop culture. I had no idea. Any size black hole that close to us would annihilate us almost immediately. Exactly. It could, like, the size of a pin drop, or not a pin drop, a pin, like a pin head, would consume everything that you can see. Maybe not right away, but it certainly would. If you had a black hole the size of sand kernel in your pocket, your mass would still be sucked in. Oh, absolutely. It would still weigh more than its entire surroundings. I don't need to look it up. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about black holes. Do I want to? I don't know if I want to look this up. I don't know if I care. Not because you told me that. Just because symbol is racist. Let's see. Is now listed as a symbol of hate. I don't even know why we're doing this, but fine, let's look. September 2019, the OK hand gesture, commonly seen as a way of indicating that all is well, is now been classified as a symbol of hate. Based on what? Deployed in memes? Well, listen, just so we can establish it up front, I was a kid of the 80s and we gave OK symbols all the time. So if I ever accidentally give you an OK symbol, let it be known that I only mean it as everything is just fine. Everything is A-OK. I would never mean it in whatever this means. Is this for real? I have never once in my life ever had anybody give me a racist okay. I almost feel like I'm in some kind of Twilight Zone right now. Is among 36 new entries in the Anti-Defamation League Hate on Display database. This can't be good. This can't be good at all. I'm actually shocked. I have mixed emotions about that for sure. Because when we start labeling everything as a hate symbol, because eventually that's where this goes, what do you have left? Can you not enjoy anything? I just don't get it. We went from dolphins to black holes. Nice. Listen, we can sling this podcast around wherever you guys want to go. I don't even really know what to call it, to be honest. And listen, when we do this at night with my daughter, like we're still trying to figure out what that podcast is going to be called. But it's going to be two of us sitting at a table having this conversation. And it was made by boomers. No one else agreed just because they needed something they could catch me on. This is ridiculous, man. Like, what about when you do the symbol and you put it like on your leg or whatever? You know, two hits because you flinched. Like, oh, you looked. Man, I feel like some of my life is being ripped away. I don't feel like that's racist at all. I mean, I could give you a thumbs up as well, but sometimes, you know, it's kind of like, you know, you can always wave to everybody, but once in a while you can hug some people too, and that feels pretty good. It's the same thing, man. Sometimes you give them a thumbs up, but sometimes you really want to give them a good okay. Hey, I'm okay, just so you know. That is super weird. We use these in the military all the time to symbolize we're good. Everything's you know what I mean? Like that's like we don't, that's how we did it. That's so weird. Remember when frogs were gay? Wait, are they not gay? Have we gone for full circle? I'm pretty sure they are all still gay. Based on nothing because people hate memes. That's so weird to me. It started when a white guy had an okay symbol on a black girl while having his hands on her shoulder for a picture. I mean, on the surface, the way you wrote that, hold on, maybe I don't understand. Like, I'm trying to put it in my head. A white guy. Okay, hold on. Maybe oh, God, is this how we're going to end the podcast? How can we always end the podcast on something really bad? Okay, so white guy, black girl, okay, symbol. Hold on, I spelled that wrong. Symbol picture? Is this resorts fires Despicable Me actor? Wait. Hold on. He puts the okay symbol, so it's Gru. It's the actor puts an okay symbol on her shoulder. Okay, I'm gonna have to dig in. I just I don't understand how that symbol is associated with white supremacy. Okay, so I'm gonna have to dig in. Obviously, that's crazy. Thank you for bringing the dumpster fire up front there, Gary. I needed exactly that in my head for the rest of the day. Okay, let's see. I don't agree with that definition, just like I don't agree with sticking a finger up as a hate symbol. Let that sink in. A body part that most people have is listed as a hate symbol. That's very unfortunate. I agree with that. I mean, if you're like absolutely putting it out there and you're saying this is a hate symbol and this is why I'm doing that, then that action should be reprehensible and not the object causing that. Like, just because my thumb can be used in a gang symbol doesn't make my thumb itself bad. It's the action of me using it for a gang symbol, like, yo, Crips, yo, you know, one of those kind of things. I don't know, whatever they do. Throwing up the gang signs? I forgot. Let me see. Wait, is this, how's the blood ones go? The Crips, the Bloods, or like this? I don't know. I don't remember all the gang signs. When I was taking a gang related signs class, I think it was a 301 class in college. We went through them all. We had to memorize every one of them just in case we ended up in the bad area of town. You don't make a P. You do it with three figures behind. Yeah, like there's different ways to do it. The whole okay thing was sensationalized and evidently added because there was evidence of its usage. I mean, listen, I'm fine with them adding it as long as like I don't want everybody being canceled because they told me everything was a-okay. That's my biggest thing. Context really does matter. Like that's one thing I always say in content creation. Like they always like content is king. And then Gary Vaynerchuk added, yeah, but context is God. Like, no one was saying that every instance of its usage is racist. All right, well, that's good then. I feel a little bit better as far as that goes. This is my first introduction to it, so I'm not trying to, like really dive in too hard. But this gives me enough, like, surface area to kind of maybe dig in a little bit more. I am very curious about how this ended up in this way. Hold on. Imagine someone standing behind someone with their hands on a person's shoulder. I think that's gross in itself. But I mean, if it's innocent, right? I mean, I could put my hand on a 6-year-old shoulder if I'm in costume like that. I mean, you know, just to kind of symbolize, like, hey, as a character, we love you. You know, thanks for watching the movie. Not in a like, hey, we're gonna make out after this. Like that's kind of gross and illegal, heavily illegal. Well, why didn't they list it? Hold on. For people who are racist that are just normal. Well, I mean, I guess they're just listing it as saying, hey, this symbol could be used in a hateful way. Maybe you should be on the lookout. So probably for that. Sorry. Yes. Sorry. Hashtag not sorry. Yeah, I'll let you guys go back and forth a little bit there. No, I just read a few articles. Let's see. Unjacked, their point is, when you put it up, it makes the letter WP, which apparently means white power. I mean, goddamn, that's a reach. I was doing it with my hand. I'm like, is it really? That seems nonsensical to me. Jesus. Like, I believe that there's a lot of racism in the world, but I don't want to go looking for it where it may not exist either. And we can discover it. We can definitely talk about it. But man, if we let every little thing become white power, it's a dangerous, dangerous world to live in. Putting up means you make a 6 or reverse. Okay, yeah. I mean, I could see where you could get it into a P, but then that becomes an M, right? Because if you reverse it, it's now an M and a P, where you actually have to like go up and down, and that's kind of weird because you're trying to like create 2 letters out of it. I don't know. I think the whole thing's kind of bogus right there. Putting up, but you know, listen, as an avid 4channer from like 2010 to 2012, it's a great website to create these memes because you can work with a lot of messed up people to create some very interesting products that the world doesn't really need. Can't do anything without being seen as racist. Look, just love your neighbor, man. That's all you can do. Just love your neighbor. Let the people that need this, you know, figure it out. I don't know. It's all bad. Yeah. Oh no, I definitely understand humans. Like we really, really try to find different ways to to entertain ourselves. I think it's probably the best way to say it, you know. Just to find different ways to entertain yourself, good sir. You know, I'm actually almost done with this glass of tea. They're stupid. Yeah, I mean, listen, I definitely assume that somebody was using it. I just, as a human being, I'm looking and I'm like, are we reaching? I'm looking at the symbol. I know you're talking Daniel, but yeah, I mean, if groups are using it, then sure, make a list and just be like, listen, context matters. But if you're in the right context, perhaps you might find this person, a white person, using this symbol. I mean, yeah, we should at least acknowledge that. For sure, we should acknowledge that. I just hope that it's not 100% across the board and this is absolutely canceled. Like I said, I love the 80s. I love leg warmers. I love hair bands. I still love people, I still like using the word rad once in a while. It's not too often. But I like using the word rad or neato. I'm not racist. I'm not homophobic. I'm not sleeping with my sister. Get off my porch. Dude, that's what somebody that would say. Oh, we need to watch him. See that? You can bring people down very easily. You got to be careful with rhetoric. You got to understand when people are just having fun and when people are being real. That's the big thing. Jack, I sent you an image of that WP in the old Discords, the old Discord erroneous here. Oh, come on. That's where you get the P? Well, dude, if you open up the thumbs a little bit, it also becomes a rooster. All right, fair enough. Let's just chalk it up to it's real. I just learned something, and I will try to be a better person and not use that symbol. At least I will try not to use it in a racist way. Can we at least agree on that, I guess? TTTV, a friend, Hypro, just followed. Hey, man, thanks. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I don't know, man. I don't see it as a P, so therefore discarding it completely. Yeah, I mean, you choose to do what you want with it, right? It's probably more of a U.S. kind of thing anyway, to be honest. That's one thing, like, I feel like a lot of other countries, they don't experience racism the same as the U.S. I'm sure in some areas they do. I don't mean that as a blanket statement. I'm just saying in general, like, racism is really a big problem in the U.S.
I'll be back.
All right, have fun. Facts don't care about feelings. This is true. Facts will never stop just because somebody doesn't like them. Yeah, in the Netherlands, we have it way less. Hey, Jack. Hey, what's up, Logan? What's going on, my dude? Welcome to the stream. We're just finishing up the podcast. Actually, we'll be wrapping this up momentarily. And let me tell you, I've actually really dug this. I didn't have to like overly prepare a bunch of specific things to like I never wanted one of those podcasts where it was like, all right, here's 20 current events that you should know. Like that doesn't feel very organic to me. And I like something that just kind of flows. Like when somebody watches this, I want them to be able to like put it on their TV or their phone, their tablet, whatever it is, put their headphones in and just listen to a conversation. With no like necessarily like real goals, but just a real like good-hearted conversation. And I think that's what this is. Like I said, I can't wait to maybe have some guests on here so we can do like Tea with Unjacked featuring some streamer. I would love to have just a regular conversation. But I'd love to do it with streamers. I think that would be so much fun. The African apartheid was absolutely awful. I do not know anything about it. How could the white Europeans ever think it would work out well for them? I actually don't know anything about this, unfortunately. My history classes never, ever covered this when I was growing up. That's not an excuse to learn, but at this very second, I have no knowledge of the apartheid. Let me read this. Apartheid was a system of institutionalized racism, segregation that existed in South Africa and Southwest Africa from 1948 until the early 1990s. Really? All right, clearly I'm going to become a better person today. I'm actually going to learn some stuff today. I won't do it on stream necessarily, but I think I have some learning to do. You can always grow as a person. Like, it doesn't matter how old you are, just so you guys know. Don't ever, ever stop learning. That's how stupid people are like, that's how they're built. They just stop learning. And then everybody else passes them by. Never be afraid to come in with an open mind and put your thoughts to the side and be willing to listen to somebody else. I mean, as long as they're not absolutely ridiculous. Clearly, I can discard some people. You know what I mean? Got him. Hey, Jack, is he a horse or something? Wait, who? Who? I went into power management on my laptop, turned battery cooling to passive. The fans now aren't jet engines anymore, and the thermals didn't go up either. Oh, that's pretty good then. That's pretty good. Gotta go to the mall. See you later, Jack. Hey, have fun at the mall, man, and make sure you pick up a couple chicks while you're there. Do chicks? Wait. Hopefully that's not offensive. Is anybody offended by the term chicks? I don't mean that in a bad way. Do you still pick up chicks at the mall? I mean, probably not during COVID, but like outside of COVID, is that still a thing? Do people, I mean, people don't really go to the malls, right? Especially like hook up and stuff like that. Isn't that why the whole purpose of Tinder? I have no idea. I don't use any of these things. Reddit helped me a lot. Reddit is awesome. This is my number one. I'm going to start using my unjacked account in Reddit and see how people like that. Oh man, I know it's better when you're anonymous, but I probably should at least use unjacked and talk in the Twitch. I don't know. Chicks, yeah, I keep them as a pet, and it's slang for girls. Like in the 1980s, in New England, like hold on. I don't actually know. I guess it's an old term. When you used to call a woman a broad. Wait, why would they call a woman why call a woman a broad? Where does that come from? Broad. The meaning promiscuous woman. What? I want to know how that word came about. Slang, usually offensive, a term used to refer to as a woman, a promiscuous woman. That's two different slang versions, really. I used to listen to the guys from like New York and Boston and be like, oh yeah, I was out there with some broads earlier. No big deal. You know, we're just hanging out, doing a few bumps and stuff like that. And you're like, what? What is a broad? And then, oh man, I know some old slang. You know what I mean? That's a weird one. Nobody uses that anymore, right? I don't ever use that. But does anybody else? This is what I'm talking about, just so everybody knows. I would actually like to know where that comes from. Origin and meaning. Hold on. I was looking at dictionary.com. See right here. Slang. Usually. You guys can't even see that. Hold on. Right here. Usually offensive. A term used to refer to a woman. B. A promiscuous woman. I wonder where that term, like, sometimes I always wonder. I actually have no idea. Don't you mean ladies? Yeah, just like that. It's not the greatest, but I'll tolerate it. Really? Chicks? I'm assuming that you mean chicks. Let's see. Ladies is nice. I just refer to everybody as ladies. Female, never heard of it. Oof, not broad. Ew. Get it off of my screen. These are just silly words that people use. I have no idea. Like, who was the first person that ever related broad to a promiscuous woman? It doesn't make any sense to me. There's female and males. Our boys are, I only know because a wolf's alpha male, and there's no such thing as an alpha male and an alpha female. They actually did studies on this, and it's not a real thing. There is absolutely no for a wolf there is, but I'm just saying for human beings. They actually did studies and everything else. There is no such thing as an alpha male. That is as a false. Humans not equal to wolves. Yo, Acrobat, what is that? I'm sorry, man. I don't speak that. I only speak English, and I can only read English. I'm sorry. Like, I can actually read and understand a little bit of Filipino and Spanish, but don't tell anybody because I don't want them, using that against me either. I know, but boys are males and females are girls. I mean, we refer to male boys as young, and female girls as well. We call the adult versions men and women. I don't know. Tomato, tomato, right? Oh, no's here. Broad is derived from the far-fetched metaphor of meal ticket, signifying a female provider for a pimp. Really? Man, this is mind-blowing. I don't know any of this stuff. I think I'm the one learning on this podcast. I should just change it to Unjacked Learns. Jesus. It's what people call girls, women, brooder. Oh, okay. Brother? Interesting. I agree. I saw a few polls of people asking what they liked the most. Women and girls came to the top. Lady wasn't in the list. I think that's more of a New England thing. We, even as kids, we'd refer, oh, hey, lady. What's going on, lady? I think it's a northern thing where I'm from. Can't tell. Say that. Let's see. The studies for alpha and wolves comes from in captivity where their behavior is. Oh, that's true. That is true. I mean, like I said, these are subjects I do not have deep knowledge of, so I'm not going to sit here and push like those are facts. Like I'm happy to learn. There are no alphas and wolves in the wild. Yeah, Joe Rogan was talking about this maybe like a year ago. I heard them discussing this. Never knew that. There are no alpha male humans either. No, there are none. I mean, there are guys that are super tough and like almost impenetrable. That's probably a poor choice of words. Girl, he's used all the way up to 25 about. And after, yeah. Well, no, I still call my wife that. I'm like, yo, what's up, girl? And she'll be like, what? My wife comes home, I'll hit her up with one of those and be like, yo, what's up, girl? What you doing? I'm hollering at her like I'm on the corner. Yo, where you going with that fat ass? Yo, girl. Oh, man. Pepe the Frog was racist at some point, too. Yeah, I did see that one. That one I did catch. That's unfortunate. Pepe, he could be so much better. In Family Guy, there's an episode with a scene of Pepe the Frog playing guitar. Oh, I actually have not seen that. Mexican passing by in a boat, and Pepe grabs a gun and tells him to go back where he came from. Jesus Christ. I have not seen that. Oh, I wasn't talking about a person as an alpha. No, I get it. All right, listen. We need to wrap this up because it's time to do the other half of the stream that everybody has been wanting. This is number 10 in the books. This was probably the most fun out of all of them that I've done. This very well may be the best entertaining tea with Unjacked. So listen, from the Twitch side, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I'll be taking the stream down. I'll be back up in about 10 minutes. We're going to play some Bloons. Today's going to be Bloons. Tomorrow we'll do Bloons, and then on the back half of the stream we'll do some marbles. That's the plan for the rest of the week. And then Saturday I may give you guys an extra stream and we'll do Fall Guys. I think that would be good too. For my YouTube side, hey, thanks for watching. Just so you know, I leave the chat on the side so you can read along with me. So you can see what I'm doing and talking with the audience. I hope you appreciate that. All of these will include the chat. I hope that you'll subscribe, hang out with us once in a while. Come on over to Twitch. I stream these Tuesdays and Thursdays, 10 a.m. to 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. I'm in New Hampshire in the U.S., so right there on the East Coast. Boom. Just tune on in. We can hang out, but if you don't have time, maybe you're at work, you wait for them, and the next day I'll upload them to YouTube so you can enjoy them whenever you want. All right. I will be back with another stream in about 10 minutes. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I always love doing these. These are so much fun. So until then, goodbye. I hope you guys have a good one, and we'll do this again on Tuesday. That's the next one. Tuesday for number 11. We'll see what we're going to talk about. All right, guys. I'll see you in a little bit.